We have one more gold draft for this too. Do I think best of one paper will become a thing? I think that it will probably become a thing at F&M level if stores think that it's a more successful, or if stores find it useful and profitable and drives engagement, then yes. I mean, bottom line, Wizards is going to constantly tweak everything towards creating and keeping Magic players. So the answer to the question, do I think BO1 paper will become a thing? It will become a thing if it becomes clear that it helps create and retain Magic players. And I'll bring my window up. We're going to rare draft. Yeah, Deadly Visit would be my first pick normally, but we're going to rare draft. So we can make an... I'll make also more of a deliberate note, like, of what our deck is missing. Like, right now we would have a Deadly Visit. So I'll make a note of what our deck is lacking. We've been kind of getting crappy. That's the other, this kind of happened last time too. It's like, Deadly Visit's great, but there's nothing amazing here. Like, what would we take out of this anyway? If we did not take the rare, we would take... What? Like, vote, don't vote for the rare. Vote for what you'd take if we weren't rare drafting, because I'm curious, curious where we'd end up here. I don't even think they're like Smelt Ward, or Skyline Scout. Although if we first picked a Deadly Visit, I'd probably just take a cover up. So let's say cover up. But if the cover up's there on the wheel, then it doesn't even count, you know. Some support for Capture Sphere. Definitely like cover up over Capture Sphere. Capture Sphere has no synergy as removal, and is a non-bow with a lot of the stuff going on here. But yeah, so I'm gonna know. Chat would have I'll put cover up / Capture Sphere, and so we'll take a note of that anyway. But we're gonna take the rare. Oh, I should have looked at what had been taken upstream. Did we? Oh, I missed it. Inescapable Blaze, Beacon Bolt, or Legion Guild Mage as likely pick. There's a Bodyguard here. Huh. I'm not even sure where we'd end up. Like, if we were on Deadly Visit cover up, I'd probably just take the Beacon Bolt here. Or the Blaze. I think it's Beacon Bolt or Blaze. What do you think? Huh, a lot of support for Legion Guild Mage. I'm going to try to... I might take the Beacon Bolt just because I don't want to be Boros. Let's see if we can avoid... I want to... Let's see if we can be blue. Suddenly we have lots missing, so let's go check our print run. Enhanced Surveillance has Discovery, Dispersal, and Status Statue below, and Glow Spore Shaman and Ledev Champion above. That doesn't tell us too much. That's kind of all over the map. But Sizzle's great, so happy about that. I like Electromancer here over any of this stuff. Like an Adept, but cover up #1 probably better here. Maybe we found our seat. I guess we'll play a Boar in Is It? Sure. Note that the rares dry up quickly. I think they've set the bots to rare draft at a higher rate than they were previously. That's my guess. That's what I would have done. I mean, this value, like this rare drafting, like they just, I was saying all along, you know, watch out, you know, you ask for a change and the economic engine will find a different place to take on that, that friction. But really, for the limited player, they've really just given us a gift of extra gems, and it wouldn't surprise me if they asked the bots to start valuing rares a little more highly. Most forgettable uncommon. Yeah, Street Riot is did not end up doing much in the format. Sure, another Rebel Belt over this stuff. I don't think we're playing anything here, and there's no uncommons. But if there was a splash, I suppose it might include black, and we would vapor or something like that. We'll take the vapors. I don't think that's realistic, though. I don't like the punch. I'd take a second cover-up over a punch right now, anyway. Crabby crabs. Here's a punch I'll take, but we're going to start it in the board. Interesting. The two maximizes. I don't consider I don't like the haste one, but altitude can sometimes get it done. We'll take altitude. Bounty agent is going to cost us what? Wow, a guild gate? Pass wall adept? So yeah, velocity does something with boar. I wouldn't call it really good. I think velocity just doesn't do enough in the abstract, I think. We're going to take bounty agent here, though. I'm just trying to figure out what to write down in terms of what we would have taken here. And it looks like people are thinking the gate. That's what I thought. Like you know, is it gate? Oh, and the cover up came back around, right? We got our second cover-up back, so I'm going to delete. So far, rare drafting has cost us a deadly visit we wouldn't be playing, and right now an Is It Guildgate that maybe we'll wheel. This, I would say, is costing us a Command the Storm or a Whisper Agent. Probably a Command the Storm, since we don't have a lot of removal yet. But I'm going to write that down. And take the rare. Hangest, I'm rare drafting in this format right now, specifically because I literally have 4x of all rares and mythics. So every rare and mythic we're taking is gem value. There's no setting up for gem value later, which is why I want to try it. Meanwhile, this pick. We have Guild Summit, which we're very far away from making any use of. We have Wave, Field, or Strike. Or Capture Sphere. This could be a Capture Sphere pick. I could see that. Like, this is... Although, again, see, it's Is It? Like, we really want to be casting spells. Wonder if this could actually end up being an Electrostatic Field pick. I think it does enough here. Bargent, maybe? Muse Drake does decent things, but it's not great. I think I like the Sergeant. Let's barge. But maybe... maybe some mana here. Although, I'd run 2 Bargents. What do you think? Bargent number 2... Informant, no, this is Informant. Informant number 1. I was thinking this was Passwall. I actually like Dimir Informant a little better than Passwall. Although Passwall does some work too. So all 3 of the Is It picks here are viable, I think. I'm curious where people are at. Pretty low in the Bargent. It's kind of down to the Informant versus the land from most people's opinions. Okay, I'm down. We'll take the land. You know me, I love a gate. I don't have much to get this going here. In fact, we have 0, right? So we will take the Piston Fist pretty straightforwardly. And I like an unexplained disappearance in a Boros deck, and a Izzet deck. We do seem to be in the right seat. I would like to find a way. We didn't really find one last time, but I think we need. I think we should take invent here. Let's check our instant sorcery count, though. We have 3 instants, 2 sorceries, and 4 instants currently. But the sorcery, one of the sorceries we have is very good. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, cool. We got an adept at a reasonable place in the pick order. Cover up number 3? Probably unlikely. Might actually want to take a gate to possibly splash black here over a 3rd cover up. Yeah, I really don't want a 3rd cover up. I'm going to take the gate because of that. And here's a wave we can pick up. Wall we might play, but hope not to. Uncommon. Another Guildmage's Forum. It's the packs have sure made it easy to rare draft, right? Like, we have not had to give up basically anything in what we were doing to take a rare here. Like, we're passing a. I think I would take the leapfrog. We need a leapfrog here. So, losing a leapfrog. Insight, nice. Ooh, look at this pick. Insight, Watcher, Direct Current. What do we like? I think I know what I want, but I'm curious. I think I know. Oh, we're going to take Mnemonic Betrayal, but I'm curious where, what am I going to write down? Insight, Direct Current, or Watcher? This is a painful one. This is the first one where I'm like, I really want one of these cards, but this is a mythic too, so it's double value. When I ask for a vote, or like when we're voting, never vote on the rare or mythic unless you think it's the correct power level pick. Make power level votes. I know we're rare drafting. You don't need to tell me that. I'm curious where we would be in your mind if we weren't rare drafting. And to me, it's clearly between Insight or Watcher, but is pretty close. Most people like the Insight. I think that is correct for what we've got going on here in this deck, especially. And where's my list here? Okay, so this is the painful one. We're going to write down Chemister's Insight. And take the Betrayal. It wasn't a hard rule, but if it was a rare, I think I would have taken the Insight, but since it was a mythic, I decided to go for that. And here we get a risk factor, which we're getting... This is playable, so I'll put risk factor over... Because what I would take here is the Bodyguard. Like, I think Bodyguard is better than risk factor for limited. But we are at least main decking it. Oh, look, and a Steamkin. And that's even our pick. Like, I think I would take that over, maybe over like a Dazzling. Nice. I don't know if we're playing Steamkin. Ooh, I almost accidentally clicked that. That was just a drop of the finger that almost picked us a Gravitic Punch over League Guildmage, which I think is the pick here over Capture Sphere. Late Sizzle or late Second Sizzle or First Assault. Or is it our Second Sizzle? Yeah, Second Sizzle or First Assault. Probably the Sizzle. But I'll wait and see what people think. We have a Cosmotronic Wave that's kind of our assault play. There's some support for Assault. But I think Sizzle is too good. I'm going to take Sizzle. Sizzle Dazzle. Sizzle Dazzle. Our creature count is low, but we're a true Izzet deck. A lot of instants and sorceries here. We'll take the Dazzle. See if we play it. All right, and look, the Leapfrog. I get to take Leapfrog off the list because it wheeled, and that's what we were gonna take anyway. This we need to take a look, because we might need a crab. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 creatures that we're happy to play. I don't know if we're playing the Steamkin. Maybe we do. Maybe it just gets big enough that it's fine. We only need one red spell, and then it's okay. So yeah, we'll play it. So we're like at 11 creatures. Do we want the crab, though? Or just more dazzling? I don't think we want 2 dazzling, so we'll take the crab. Yeah, we could idea this. Here's a crab that we're probably not going to play. Yes, I can replace it with an altitude, but we're not going to play. I'm not going to play an altitudes, a second altitude, so I'm not even going to bother with it. And then I want to go to my spreadsheet and make a note of the 140 in gems here so far. And so this deck, because of our 140 gem rare drafting, is missing a Command the Storm, and a Chemist's Insight, and an Izzet Gate. And we could have been plus Chemist's Insight and instead have paid an Izzet Gate and a Command the Storm to get 100 gems. So that's really like, is it worth 40 gems to add a Chemist's Insight to this deck? Would you do that right now? Would you drop 40 gems from this account to add a Chemist's Insight? I don't think I would. I think the 40 gems is worth more gems than playing this deck with an Insight would be. And where are we at on count? We need to cut 3, and we look at our totals, and we have 13. We only get 1, 2, 3 creatures affected by that, so we're definitely not playing it. What are my least favorite things here? Probably altitude. 1 crab. Yeah, Valhalla is chosen. That is exactly I tried to phrase it that way. If I didn't, it's what I meant. The question is whether is this deck likely to produce 40 more gems worth of win value by having an Insight in it over not? And I think not. I don't think that the expected gem value of this deck goes up by 40 simply by including 1 card. You want to cut invert invent? I think it does. The invent, don't sleep on the invent. Let's check our sorceries though. If we don't have enough sorceries, we have 1, 2, 3 sorceries, and one of them is like a game winner. This is one of our best spells. So I don't think I want to cut the invent. I think the invent will be good. I think I want to cut something like Radical Idea. That's just kind of sitting here. If we get specifically the Electromancer out, then I like the Radical Idea. Otherwise, it's kind of wheel spinning that kind of helps things like Beacon Bolt or whatever, but we've got a lot going on there, so I think we can cut the Radical. I got 6. How many? Yeah, I got 6 rares and mythics. One of them was mythic. So 5 rares, 1 mythic, if that was your question, Pi. I'm not... Pingui. Anyway. And let's call this rare draft. Is it? Oh, it was already there. Huh. Maybe it's because it's the first card I actually put in the deck. I drug the rares right to the sideboard. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, land. Sure. Red over blue. It's kind of a toss-up. Yeah, Radical is 2 spells worth of value. It's just so weak beyond that. I think well, I'm going to go with this. We'll consider Radical versus Dazzle. Like whenever we have Dazzling Insight, let's ask if we would rather just have the card draw spell. It's not enough. It's not statistically relevant amounts of data or whatever, but it's a thought experiment that I like. Sometimes it sheds light on some decisions and helps make better ones. Oh, not yet, Rat Burglar. Let's wait until we actually find a reason. And then my record is 0, 0. Everything else is correct. Ah, the sad color screw. Opponent's going first, though. Look at all this. You know, only have 7. 15, 8, 7, 7. So we have like 9. We have 9 sources of red, and we have like 2 or 3 draws to find it. 2. I think this is a keep, but what's the hypogen? We have 9 sources of red, and we really want to draw one in 2 draws. What's 2 pulls? 9 and... Anyway, it's not great. It's probably in the 40s, but I think we keep. Oppo is still thinking over here. Maybe they'll go to 5. Nope, they're scrying. Sorry, I need to check with my daughter on something. Sorry, Oppo. Sorry, chat. Okay. No, that's not what we wanted to see. Especially didn't in the face of this. Whatever. Yes, we are looking at PAX's gem payouts. I'm adding the gems that we get in these prize packs into the equation, but in best of 1, it's 1 pack until 7 wins where you get 2, so it's not that much. No, swim down. After you mulligan, it's a normal hand selection process. Am I counting one pack as 150 gems or 200? One pack is 20 gems-ish. Like, if you want to figure out how many gems a pack is worth when you have 4 of everything, excuse me, then it's, you know, 7 out of 8 times it's going to be worth 20, and 1 out of 8 times it's going to be worth 40, and so then you just do that math. Here's a Dazzling Lights that could be the card draw spell instead, so I'll think about that. And where things are being the most useful. There's a chance of them, like Fishers. I mean, you can, if you want to start doing the super nitty gritty of a wild card. I have this % chance of a wild card, and a wild card is worth this much. You know, should be worth this much in gems when I do the long-term tricks with it. You know, so yes, you can absolutely start tacking on those level of gems as well. But for the purposes of tracking it in the spreadsheet, I'm going to draw the line at straight up gems in my face measured. We could do something desperate like a Dazzling Lights to prevent some damage here. The trouble is, we don't really have a turn 3 play, which is one of my problems with this. So I'm going to set them back a little bit here. Maybe try and find a turn 3 play. Another Sizzle. Oh, another, that was the last game we had a Sizzle. Yeah, we'll keep the Sizzle. We can't cast it yet, but it's powerful enough to keep, I think. Do I recommend crafting the remaining rares from GRN before drafting tonight? It depends on how close you are and how much you intend to play. Like, I'm only doing this on the paid account where we were basically at 100% on these cards anyway. I wouldn't take my free-to-play account that has very sparse rares from these sets and play that this way. You know, rare draft is heavily with those. I only would do the rare draft heavily strategy from a paying account where you intend to play a lot of that format. So we have not been as productive in our first few turns as you would like to be, but if we can get this crab down and it sticks, we can recover from this. Next turn we get, regardless of what we draw, we get to pass our turn with 4 spells available to us. If they play a mentor creature, then the Dazzling Lights becomes amazing. That's okay, because we can sizzle it. Make them pay. I like making the, making Aura Dex pay. And I guess we'll do this now. I don't want him to untap and find Pump or something, and then we can't do it. We could pitch Invert and Vent, but we can go actually get good stuff with that, so I don't think I want to do that. We're at the tail end of a Boros deck. We probably just get rid of the Stroke here. They literally haven't played anything yet that we could counter with the Stroke anyway. The actual benefit of rare drafting, if you have all the rares, is that every rare you draft, they give you 20 gems, and every mythic you draft, you get 40 gems. That's why. Boy. Now it's that Rock Charger that's really messing us up. I wonder what we can dazzle plus invert, invent. And we can do that all with... I wanted to use this to go get removal, though, which maybe, if we can survive, we can just do that. The trouble is I don't know if we can survive in the current circumstances. So I think we'll go with the Dazzle combo, since they're almost out of cards. Is it... Let's see. Switch. So we can just do that now, even if we wanted. We can't... I don't want to let the Rock Charger attack and let these dudes get flying. So... we could also attack with the crab. Let's do this. We can do it this way. Yeah, I'm with East. They're not going to block it, which means we get to do Dazzle here. And we put that on bottom, or no, it's just in graveyard, and yeah, we'll take a Guild Mage on top. And then invert to switch this and this. Solid! If we wait for them to attack Banana Jack, then they get one of these up in the air. We get to dump our hand, so I think we're okay. Depends on what this is and what they draw, but we're kind of stabilized in top decking now. And we have the Guild Mage, though, so I think we win the long game from here if they don't have, well, something like that. But we're still not dead. Yeah, we can draw and cast this, so we'll do that. I gotta decide whether we are whether we're chumping or trading. I think we probably chump. Yeah, direct current can target the player. They don't have one, do they? It would show me. So we're gonna do this and this, I think. The guild, this is too important to us. Hopefully we'll use this to find something in the next two cards that does something more than chump the shield mate. But if not, then we probably have to use the guild. I mean, we'll actually have to put the Guild Mage in front and hope don't cast anything. Oh, Bodyguard is a real card. That is not. That is not. Really, deck? Come on. Do we... Quick 0-2 with this very reasonable Is It deck. Our plan now is to try and draw something with a Guild Mage. Let's see, what do we have instant speed that we can even do? We're spending 4 to draw, so we need 3 mana. And we don't have it. There's no outs. All they need to do is attack with everything, and there's literally nothing in our deck that we can find that changes anything. Yep. Oh, this was just an accident. I think this got left in on accident. Thanks for... How did that happen? Yeah, we'll have to get that out of there. Black splash is for nothing. I couldn't draw... If I did the draw now, then we're like looking for the beacon bolt, and then we still lose. So our only hope is they don't attack with everything. But they do. Gonna get this out. And I even looked at it. I just somehow thought it was an is-it gate. Well, a little bit of a slap in the face 0-2 start. And all hail frickin' best of 1 queues where, yes, I am supposedly now facing another 0-1, 0-2 player, but not a random 0-2 player, a gold level 0-2 player. Not really. I mean, yes, Icicle, if you ended up, like, for example, we passed a Deadly Visit, and if we ended up in Dimir, and then also put a different bot in Dimir, that's going to harm us. They lowered the priority, but they didn't change it. There's still a skill tax in this queue. Definitely still a skill tax in the best of 1 queue. Yes, I'm just saying it's supposed to match record first, but still take into account rank. It does still take into account rank. It's just below below record, and they're only going to make you wait so long before they finally find you somebody. It's more loose, yeah. I'm not denying it's more loose, but they did not take it out completely. Therefore, skill tax still in effect. What are the 2-mana counterspells? I'm already forgetting this format. Are there counterspells for 2 mana that we're playing around or worried about in this format? Just Disdainful? I think just Disdainful. Right? Really, Valhalas? You didn't play much Dimir then. You kidding? Like Disdainful Stroke and Devious Cover-Up and the uncommon one, the Sabotage? That's the holy trinity of the format, if you ask me. Yes, go for it, Ubermensch. Let's play a 3 here. Actually, let's play a 3 that I'm willing to trade that agent for. And then next turn we get Field plus Guild Mage, and then can do stuff after that. Why not the Field? Because I want to maximize my mana. And I'm happy to make this trade. In a non-guild set, do you find the inclusion-exclusion... Uh-oh. Is this me? Am I still on? Let me know if I'm still on the air. It says so over here. Okay. Anyway, in a non-guild set, do you... Oh, geez. Come on, let me... Chat, let me... Not you chat, but like the chat UI. In a non-guild set, do you find the inclusion-exclusion of archetypes fitting your personal play-styled impacts, seeing that as a good or bad draft set? I do, but not because I'm somehow greedy for my personal play-style, but because I think my personal play-style, I think formats are healthy when there are successful controlling decks that can go long and grind some value and do that kind of thing. I think it's also good to have the fun police. So I don't think, like M14, I don't think was a great format, even though it was chock full of the way I like to play. It's just that there was no other way to play. So let's play our land. We have Cyclops with the Dazzling Lights. That's kind of interesting. But we could go field. Kind of want to keep a Disdainful Stroke up. So I think we'll go League Guild Mage. Let them do an attack where we can't block because they have threat of activation. I expect that they will not activate and instead cast something, which we will hopefully counter because we have Disdainful Stroke. Yes. They should offer the Shade, because I'm not going to take the offer. There you go. Now we could have... we have a lot of options. I don't think we're going to activate the Guild Mage at all this turn, so we're going to attack with it. Nantuko, I don't know. I think players should be treated well. Like, whatever that means. Piston Fist. I'm going to do Piston Fist because we have the Dazzling. Cover Up is relevant, but if we draw a land, then we're only shields. Like, we draw a land, we have field plus Cover Up, and I think we got to get him with this Dazzling here. I mean, we did get 2 damage in because I played the Guild Mage, so there's that. We have, and they take, so that's 1 extra, because they would have taken 1 from the stroke. Do I want to cast the Dazzling? No, if they want to take it, that's fine. I don't think they're going to take it. So, Nantuko, if they don't give you more time to get back, like the other thing is you don't want to make someone sit around waiting forever for somebody because they're having internet issues. I just think WotC should be more like Mitgo when it comes to reimbursements and just be like, yeah, here's some gems, you know, go have fun. Sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I think we jinx, right? I mean, we have the same idea about this. Wow, they took the thing I didn't care about. Great. Well, I'm gonna get cards now. I took it there because of his land. I wanted to play it and play the field. My coffee's gone still. Stranger Calling, it makes no sense to me on a ranking front that the way they rank limited is on the rotating format, and the way they and the sturdy, this is the main thing we're drafting right now is not ranked. I've talked about it almost endlessly at this point because it still continues to completely baffle me why they're making why they would choose to do it that way. They're not doing anything. We are at a ton of life. I'm going to leave the cover-ups available and have more cards. Yeah, it does. It makes like they can even have everything they're doing. Like they don't need to change a single thing about best of one if that's working for them. But the fact that best of 3 RNA is not ranked just baffles me. And I think this is worth covering up. We could kill it as well, but might as well start using these cover-ups. And we'll get a stroke back, and we'll put it all back in. Well, middling mage, I know people who have been told to go down to 0 cups of coffee, so keep counting your blessings, my friend. Let's see. I want to find more land so that we can leverage this guild mage, but we're not really finding it. We could sizzle. That might help us find guild magey stuff, but again, I don't want to go shields down. I don't see why we should go shields down here. Yep, you summed it up perfectly, Stranger Colin. I want to play the newest set, and this pushes me away from ranked. Super weird. Exactly. Exactly. Come on, land. All right, thank you. We just want a little bit of land, just so I can get a field down and still have cover-up available. We're playing the grindy game now. Until they take that guild mage away from us, this game becomes hard to lose, except in the face of some unstoppable bomb. But that's why we keep leaving this up. I don't think there's uncounterable unstoppable bombs in the set. And do we even care about that? 2 creatures that we can't sizzle it though, so I guess we do care. Yeah, cover it up. It's fine that best of 3 are too hard for new players, but why not make them ranked? All I'm asking for is that they make best of 3 ranked. They can leave best of 1 untouched. I'm going to play the Cyclops, since we have stroke mana up. I do want to keep drawing here, but we also need to start applying some pressure. I think it's even fine to say, look, new players, you're going to play ranked, but it's okay. Everybody gets a rank. We're all ranked here. No big deal. That's fine. It's just the... it doesn't make any sense to make the other stuff unranked is the thing. We could wave, but we'll wait on the wave. Let's continue to be super patient here. Leverage our card draw. Right now we have draw a card and counter a big thing, which I love. You know, I've been in the rooms where they're having these discussions, and I know, you know, okay, are you gonna, okay, you're just looking to, okay. And it's not these are not idiots, right? There's all sorts of tensions, and I think they've lost their way on what is ranked and what isn't on limited. I think the messaging is so simple to just say all limited is ranked. That's how that works. Probably not. Maybe. We'll see. I've been talking about non-arena on weekends, so if I did a Mitgo and a Magic Online Chaos draft, it would be in that context. Cool. We'll draw a card. Now with 8, we have Rubble Belt plus Stroke, but not like Sizzle plus, so we'll keep being patient. This is a weird one, but what are they going to do? When we can Sizzle and draw off Guildmage, that'll be great. And we're also close. At 11 mana, we can double cast Sizzle. We're going to let this... We can't counter it anyway, but we can Sizzle that if we need to. Oops, this one. All right. This will help do lots of fun things. But not yet. I could Sizzle and copy? Not yet, right? We need 11 to do that. But now we might be able to. If that's what you mean, that adding the Electromancer allows us to do that. Yeah. Okay, time to start winning magic, I think. We can Sizzle the heck out of everything and attack. But let's see, we're not discarding yet. I'm gonna... But if we do it now, like, we want to activate Piston Fist. And I want to keep some counter up. But let's see, we could disappear something. If we disappeared, so many options. It's like I don't know how to beat them. I'm actually going to get more creatures down. And we even care, like, we can do that. 4, 5, 6, 7. We play the boar. We have 3 left, which is enough to stroke. I guess I'm going to wait from here. We'll get that guy out. We'll do one more turn of patience. And then next turn, we'll do some shenanigans with League Guildmage and like Unexplained Disappearance and really clear the way for a big attack coming up. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Nantuko. Okay, we cannot copy a Sizzle, but we can copy a Disappearance, so let's do that. Now, supposedly, it should let me copy it. I'm going to try without doing any shenanigans with full control and see if the Guildmage does what I think it will do, which is let me copy it. It does. Did it work, or does it have... Wait, did I screw it up? Because, you know, it should be a 1. I just don't know if that worked. I guess it didn't work? You had to pay 2. Okay, well... I'm glad I did it there and learned it on that one. And we'll just go ahead and... I'm going to Sizzle. And we'll discard... Stroke here. And kill this one. And Bargent. plus wave. And we'll make you big. I think we got him. GG, Oppo. Sorry, fancy play syndrome. There was no need to do all that, but habits die hard. Just kind of playing my cards. There's the soot, the 2 black soot. I think our chat is showing the maturity to be able to handle links. If I get to be a more popular streamer, we might have to change that, but we can do that for now. Yeah, ritual soot was what I was talking about. All right, well, we didn't... we picked up 1 win with this deck to not offer with it. We're a little after noon. I'm a little hungry, a little chilly. I'm going to go turn on the heat. I'm going to go make some soup. I'm going to take a bio break, and then I'm going to come back, and we'll keep this stream going. What do I got for you today in the longer song options? I think I can do it in 5 minutes. This is a new one from Vampire Weekend that caught my ear yesterday. So here's some Vampire Weekend. Come on, Magic Gods. Come on, the Candlelight Visual deck? Really? Magic Gods? Really? Come on. I mean, we got nothing but removal. Nothing in this deck but punishing... ways to punish this. That's going to make it harder, but we still have lots of outs here. But really need to find one now-ish. I'll take a look. Rubble Belt plus Dazzling will be reasonable. Might be... nah, we're not quite at throw that in the way yet. Let's see. They're sending everything. Okay. Worried about... removal to just kill us. But let's see, if we put... what do we want to put where? We can put... see, if we put everything on Candlelight, that becomes a 2/4, which is still enough to kill the Guild Mage. If they have Pump, we're just dead no matter what. So we should go to 1 here and actually try to take out this Knight of Autumn in a way that allows us to still stick around to take out the Vigil. So that's what we're going to do. Because we could, yeah, we could do that. Let's do it like this, right? There we go. We do this. Go to 2. Sorry. And now the crab says we can help, so we'll put the stroke. Stroke might even be okay as a follow-up draw, but I don't want reactive. We can't be reactive right now. No, I found it. Stop taking credit, Nantuko. I found it. I don't find it all, though. Again, it continues to be... I was thinking about this last night. I really just feel like streaming Magic gets me close to, like, the super... like, with a bunch of us all watching and looking for the right lines, we are finding most of the correct lines, and I do feel like most of my play gets corrected now, and it's a really interesting and valuable service that chat provides. I know some can feel difficult to be under the gun, you know, under scrutiny all the time while you're playing. But the benefit of that is that you get your play scrutinized. That's actually a really good thing. So what can we do here? I guess this is it for the League Guild Mage. And, no, or we could, yeah, this is it for the League Guild Mage. But we should make... Can we, 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we need to set it up in such... This has to bounce here so that they stick around next time. We got to put both of these here. Well, a community of backseat drivers that between the lot of you usually finds the right line, you know? So it's interesting. I think you can afford to pay the risk, but, you know, we're going to cast our spells. Creature! Creature! Creature, creature, creature! Oh, don't play another one. No, I was talking about you! Ah, now we're just... Oh my god, now we are indeed... 1 and 3. to the Candlelight Vigil deck. And that's it, folks. I'm retiring as a streamer. I hope you had your fun, but we're out. Unbelievable. All right, whatever. Don't like your deck, Zardoz. You took some lot of risks there. They happened to pay off for you there, but man, I had the tools to blow you out. Rare drafting has not been tested well. Or have you... Excuse me. Thank you for that sub. And I don't know if anybody's conclusion is that rare drafting is wrong because we've gone 2-3 and 1-3. I think that's not the right conclusion to draw. That's being Roddy. But Stratic's right. It is time to retire, losing to that deck. Jeez.